Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Unpopular Review. It's the NXT Takeover show. It's SummerSlam weekend. We hope that you have been having a great weekend. I mean, it's been a big weekend for wrestling from Friday to yesterday's SummerSlam and tonight Takeover. I'm one of your co-hosts for this evening. I'm BadGuy Jack, along with the captain. She came here from the Seven Seas to do this review show, so you guys give her flowers right now. Give it up for the Captain Shaykespeare. What's going on, lady? How are you? You had to do the thing. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad that you're here. We're going to talk NXT. I know you're a little bit under the weather, hence why you have the trademark robe.
Oh God, that's a train wreck.
The trademark robe. Um, I mean, before we digest a little bit in NXT, let's talk about some of these. I thought it was an okay show. I feel like, and just before we went on air, and as we were getting ready to come on air, we were talking about how like later in the show how things fell apart. Not even fell apart, but it just seemed like it was it just felt odd. It felt the best way you put it was it felt like it was a little off. I
Yeah,
think we had high expectations about this because Takeover shows what they do is they deliver, and I still think they have the best show this weekend.
yeah.
Not to say SummerSlam was bad. I think we could. I mean, you guys could watch the review yesterday. Big Daddy Cool with Stefan, they reviewed the show, and I know they did a great job.
They
Uh,
did.
they totally did a great job. But we're going to talk NXT. I mean, do you want to talk about this this thrown together match? It was the for the kickoff. We have this is your guy right here. I guess he knew he was underneath the weather, and he said, "I'm going to perform for Shay. I'm going to make sure I'm going to do the best I can because I know she's underneath the weather, but I'm going to do what I can." But he went against a young looking Brock Lesnar called Ridge Hard. I was called him Hardwood.
Ridge Holland.
I'm sorry, I pronounced names wrong. What do you want from me? It's my gimmick. So yes, Trey Baxter against Rich Hollins with Pete Dunne. Um, you know what I just learned as I was watching Rich Hollins come out? I was like, oh, he have lyrics to his theme. I didn't know that. Maybe because I don't see enough of them. But I mean, it's not really much to really put into this match. Honestly, it's just Rich Hollins killed Trey Baxter.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay, you couldn't have chosen anyone else. Trey Baxter. It's been one of your NXT breakout star tournaments. Like, okay.
Maybe they said like, look, we're gonna let him go out there and perform, but we're not gonna sit here and say he's gonna win. I mean, Ridge Holland gets the win. I mean, this was just really just to keep him looking strong, honestly. Um, I and I've seen him perform a few times or wrestle a few times, and I'm sitting there saying, I don't know why today or tonight as I looked at him, I said, wow, this is a really big dude. They could really do a lot with him. I think the only thing he don't have is mic skills. I mean, I think he was talking a little bit, and I think I started drifting away or something like that. But
Drifting away.
I was drifting away. I don't know. I just don't think he got the mic. I mean, what do you think about
Very like basic. Like kind of like how Karrion Kross is just like basic. It's like you're talking well and you're
right.
meaning behind your words, but there's really no meaning.
At that point, you're just like, but I mean, I wanted to give this match some spotlight because I mean, it was a match on Takeover, even though it was a kickoff match. But with that being kicked off, why don't we kick off with some of these chats? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys like that. What do you call it? Segue? Hold on, boom, that was a great segue. She knows it's so great, that's why she's laughing. So we got this dude who says good evening. I'm the new executive consultant of Popular Review. Oh, I didn't know we had a new one. Hey, I like it. EC2. We can call you EC2. We got George said, what up, bad guy and captain?
Hey.
He said NXT Takeover was okay tonight. I thought so too. It was okay. Good evening, good evening, y'all. I said everybody. Y'all. Hey, I saw him yesterday. What's going on, my friend? How are you feeling, Captain? He realized you're not feeling well.
Had better days.
But she is here, ladies and gentlemen. Give her flowers. Hello. Give her flowers.
No,
we're not going to give you shit.
no.
Nothing. What's up, Shay? Get well soon.
No.
Go. That was one thing. They should acknowledge me more. Wow, I like this rivalry. Welcome to NXT. Welcome to NXT, kid Trey. Thanks. he pretty much like, oh yeah, sure. Ray's been on NXT prior to his injury. Absolutely. LA Knight sucks. Ooh.
It's like unnecessary like violence going on. Like,
they're all New York sport teams. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of offensive because I'm from New York and it's true, but I don't need you spitting in my face. You know what I mean? It's kind of not nice, Mitten. I thought he was a nice guy. Oh yeah, I know. I was just making a joke the way to make Ridge decimated Trey. This is for the captain. See, look at it. Give her flowers, ladies and gentlemen. Give her flowers. How you feeling, Shay? Hope you feel better. See, we all appreciate you being here, Captain.
I'm feeling better already because you guys are so nice.
See, you guys are giving her the energy. That's what I'm talking about. So we have the $1 Million Championship match. We have LA Knight against Cameron Grimes. Ted DiBiase comes out first. So when you see him, you're like, oh, right, he's going to come out and manage Cameron Grimes. But I thought it was cool because he had the little garbage can. You see Cameron, he sheds the butler gear. He throws in the garbage, where it belongs. Because he's not a butler. He's a wrestler. He should be in there kicking some serious ass. Now you're starting to not feel so good. I saw your face. Hey, that's the emoji thing you always send me with the moon, the way your eyes did like that. But you have he comes out, he sheds the butler gear, he got this like $1 million like outfit going on, and you have him and Ted come to the ring. LA Knight looks and no, why you throw this out? LA Knight is great. He's a great one because he points out, he says like, why you throw this in the garbage? You're gonna be wearing this, Ted. Yeah. They go to the ring, they have a match, they have the little scuffle and stuff like that. They do things. I mean, I thought there was some. I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a really good opener, actually. There was some really good stuff here. I mean, I took some real quick notes because I didn't want to go spot for spot. But I thought the spot where, and I'm jumping ahead here, but the spot where he did the German, which looked very scary. Because, I mean, he threw him almost halfway across the ring. I mean, it was a really gruesome spot to see. And even LA Knight, he bust out as I took a quick glance at my notes, you have LA Knight, he bust out a burning hammer, which is like a reverse attitude adjustment, Death Valley driver, however you want to word it. I thought this was actually really cool. There was some really good stuff. There was a scary spot to me where when Cameron Grimes, he does the flipping like scoop slam or whatever, right? But look, get enough air. It almost looked like he landed on his neck. So I was kind of like worried right there. I said, man, that didn't look good. And I was kind of, because you land on your neck, you can either have a broken neck or you can have a concussion. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in that just a split second how things could go wrong. And also, and then I'll ask you, what do you think, Cap? This match is going on. LA Knight is just not having it. He wants to leave. Price takes the belt. He gets into Ted DiBiase's face. And if you listen to us for the last few weeks, Ted DiBiase has been getting his ass kicked by LA Knight, like getting hit. I think he have seen some of my stories where every time he gets beat up, he has this like face. Because tonight, Ted DiBiase fought back. The $1 Million Man, the $1 Million Hand fought back tonight. He sat here and said, no, I'm tired of being hit. I'm an old man, but this is the old fist goes to your face. And he, see, I'm already messing up tonight because Captain ain't feeling it. But tonight, you know, LA Knight got his comeuppance. They even did a light cheating stealth stuff where he throws the belt in the ring. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase throw the belt in the ring, to which distracts the ref. The ref is like a cat. Easily distracted. If you put a red light, they're almost like I thought that was so hilarious because then he put the $1 million lock on him, throws him back in the ring. Cameron Grimes, Ted DiBiase's son, Cameron Grimes hit the cave in, pins LA Knight. LA Knight had everything coming to him in this match. I mean, he's been a jerk the last month or two. And do not side-eye me. Do not side-eye me. I'm looking directly into the camera, and I felt that side-eye. He had that coming from LA Knight loses. I'm sorry, what's going on?
It's just hate. Just hate.
From who? That's
You guys, the hate that you have for LA Knight, like it's literally criminal. It's sick.
Is a smooth criminal.
Maybe.
Oh, she's a great one. But I thought it was a good opener. You know, we talked before, and I remember he was kind of concerned about LA Knight, but I think he's just going to be just fine. I mean, I think he's a priority in that brand. I don't think he gets lost in the shuffle. We don't have to worry about anything. But do you have any takes about this match? Anything you want to throw in there?
I mean, it was what I expected it to be. Like, you know, I didn't expect it to be some extravaganza match, but it was good. They've proven to have really good chemistry, so I knew that would be the outcome. LA Knight looks great always. The wrong winner. What's so wrong?
No, she's the wrong winner. I mean, LA Knight had to get his comeuppance. I mean, what was he gonna do? Like, what? Just run over this guy for the next 2-3 months, and then
year more. Sounds great.
You didn't even believe that. That's why you laughed. I can't even do it. You. This says so George. We got that event was an epic A-. The captain is back. Yes, she is back, ladies and gentlemen. Only thing good in New York are the Yankees. Yeah, you know what else is good in New York? You're not here.
That's a big
LA, one. Yeah, thank you, Don. LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes. I thought the match was entertaining, and that Cameron Grimes won. Yes, Cameron Grimes did get the win. Cameron Grimes cheated. Ted should have been banned from ringside. Don't do that, Patrick. We had a good time yesterday. Don't make me regret it. Do not make me regret it. No, no. Don't do that. No. Leave the point to me. Don't you do that.
Something.
No, don't listen to her. LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes match was entertaining. I'm glad that Cameron won the match. LA Knight should go to catering. I don't think so. I mean, I think you're just being silly. He's not going to catering. If he goes this because he wanted to grab something to eat, and then he's going to the ring. If it wasn't for Ted, LA Knight could still be champ. He would walk away with Ted. Walk away with Ted? Like what? The teddy bear from the movie? Cameron Grimes used the $1 million man submit. Yes, absolutely. He kept trying to use it. Matter of fact, I thought it was actually interesting. I'm glad you pointed it out because there's a spot where he does it. And if you look at it's a WrestleMania match between Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, where he goes for the sleeper and he counters it by hopping over and pinning him. But you know, most of the time when people do that, they go for the pin. It's usually 1, 2, 3, or someone kick out. But he kept holding on to the lock. I thought that was really innovative, actually. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, but that's tomorrow. Thank you kindly, sir. But I'm still going to crack jokes on you. Show some respect for LA Knight. How about you show some respect for me? That's very rude. Very, very rude. How dare you come on this show and be rude? Good evening, Unpopular Review fan. We got LA Knight is a joke. Just like, oh God, you're acting for it.
Yeah, he always starts with me. It's crazy. He always starts with me. I'm always nice, and he just starts.
You're an angel, and this guy comes at you, and I don't like that. You can't be doing that to my co-host. Don't do that. I won't allow it. I like LA Knight, but I think this feud is now over. I do believe so too. Thank you, Kylie. That's tomorrow, but thank you, Kylie. I appreciate the early birthday love. Hello, Shayna. How are you? You want to know how are you? Good. Good. And he wanted to make sure to say that welcome back to the show. Yes, you was totally missed, so we're glad that you're back. We have, yes. No, you gotta do the. What's that? Like, how you do it? You gotta do it. There we go. We have Dakota Kai, former best friend Dakota Kai against Raquel Gonzalez. You want to lead this one? Do you want to talk about this one a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, it was a good match, as I knew it would be. I feel like they would have had a good synergy going. Dakota, I just love her so much. She's so underrated, and
yes,
at some point it's to a point where she does get that title. Because I feel like she deserves to just have that to say that she won it. She put in so much work for it. Honestly. Yeah, I liked it. It was a good vibe. The match. There were some pretty cool spots, and I just think they gelled really well. Did you get that vibe?
I do. I feel like they say best friends usually create better matches because they're gonna probably hit each other a little bit harder, but understand like, hey, we're cool after this, I feel like Dakota really put on her working shoes tonight. Not to take anything from Raquel. Raquel did her spots and she did everything she needed to do, but I felt like Dakota really led that match. You know what I mean? Like she really there's a lot of stuff that she was doing. I felt like you could tell she was more the veteran and she was helping her friend out to get to this really good match. There was a lot of good stuff here. I mean, there was a spot where she hits that one. There was a spot I think she was going for like a power bomb. Raquel was going for a power bomb, and she hit the scorpion kick. And I mean, and the scorpion kick comes out of nowhere. Like like you do it, next thing you know, you see a foot hit you in the face. You're like, oh shoot! Like where'd that come from? I thought this match was pretty good. I thought it was solid. The ending of the match, and I and not to be, I kind of predicted. I was like, it would be kind of funny if she hits a super one-on power bomb. I felt like you just don't hit her with a one-on power bomb regularly. You have to really be like, use my friend. You saying all the stuff. I wouldn't be nothing without you. I would be unimportant without you. So for her to hit that one-on power bomb and pin her, I thought that was. I mean, it was a great visual. What happens to Dakota after? I mean, I agree. Like Dakota is very underrated. I think sometimes people don't even realize how good she really is. I think that I feel like it's a call up for the main roster. If she's going to the main roster, what brand do you see her going on?
I think Raw. Like they've taken so many recently and put them on SmackDown. I'm like, come on, can you throw something at Raw?
Yeah, like throw in the garbage, right? Just no, but I agree with what you're saying. Raw do need some women talent. I mean, I just feel like SmackDown is so stacked right about now. Like they just need some. I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said it's super stacked now.
Really much so. I was talking to a friend and we were talking about, and it was like, who's on Raw? And he named some people. And I remember Oscar being there, but I kind of forgot Oscar was there, because there's a lot of names. So you got Rhea, you got Charlotte, you got Nikki, you got Oscar, and I feel like there's a bunch of other names I'm forgetting. But it just feel like I named these women, that's it. And meanwhile, SmackDown got everybody. It's pretty much everybody. So, yeah, Dakota, and I think Dakota being on Raw right now. Who's the champ? Oh, we got Charlotte. Oh, she ain't beating Charlotte. I'm sorry. She's not beating Charlotte. But I think she would be a great hand.
Not Charlotte.
She ain't beating Charlotte. No, Charlotte. Matter of fact, what was funny? Not to go off topic, but I was watching one of Charlotte's promo after the match, and she says, "I'm inedible," and she snaps her fingers, and I said, "Oh shoot!" She's like, her tie was supposed to be Thanos, and it makes sense because she's like Thanos. Like you get what I mean? Like
she is the woman version of Thanos.
She is Thanos. The only thing would have been funny is right after she hit the figure 8 and Nikki tapped, she just disappeared. Like she just evaporated. Like I think I would have fell out. I would have said, "Oh shoot!" Like she has the power, But I thought it was a solid match. The ending goes with Callie Ray coming out, former NXT UK champion. I'm not familiar with her work. I know that she's held that title for a long period of time.
A while.
She just lost it, honestly.
Yeah.
And now look like she's part of NXT UK. I'm sorry, NXT Florida. And I don't know. I don't know. How do you feel about that move?
I mean, it makes sense. They kind of been doing this for a while with UK's. Like you win the title. Once you lose the title, you're coming over to regular NXT. They did that with Rhea, Tony. So yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, and I think the cool thing is because NXT UK, as much of it, I'm pretty sure it's a great brand to be watching. But like I tell people, there's so much wrestling; it's hard to keep up with everything. So now now that she's gonna be on NXT, I'm like, oh, I might get a chance to see more of her work and see what she's really capable of doing. Because I think she held that title for like 600 something days.
Yeah, it was a really long time.
It was a long time. I mean, the way she held that title, and you know, I mean, it's nice because I think there's going to be some call ups, and you need some people to fill up certain roles. So I think her being on the brand is going to be helpful. Before we go into commercial, let's get into some of these chats. You guys are part of the chat. I want to say thank you again for joining us. This is the NXT Takeover review show on Pablo Review. I'm BadGuy Jack. He's the Captain Shaykespeare. We want to say thank you for just being here, and because in New York it's kind of wet out there, so wherever you're at, hopefully you're dried. What we got here? Let's get into some of these chats. I think we got this camera right. What about and what a matchup. We got the NXT Women's Championship was pretty good tonight. Glad you enjoyed it. What was your favorite part in there? Tell us what was your favorite part. Raquel Gonzalez is great. Good match. My favorite part was when Raquel powerbombed Dakota from the top rope. That was dope. And I like how she countered it too. I think the thing about that match I liked is that Dakota had an answer for everything, because every time she tried to do something, she countered it somehow. Either it was like she went for like some kind of submission, or she found a way to kick her in the face or whatever. I mean, that's really the captain of Team Kick.
No, seriously.
Very seriously. I think that Dakota will be going to Raw, and the women's division need her in sort of way. I agree. And I sit and ask, how do you think they're going to book her? Hopefully they book her strong. Queen Raquel is going to be on top of the NXT for months to come. Yeah, that's their girl right about now. I mean, they're going to do everything to protect her. Wait, you think Callie Ray could be the next challenger for the NXT? I mean, I almost feel like she has to, because why else would she come out just to show us her
right, that'd be a little embarrassing to come out and then nothing.
I know, right? Like she just come out like, hey, look at my outfit. Hello. You know, so I think she was coming out there. Great Giant Gonzalez versus Supreme Kai. Yes, that's absolutely the match. Kai and Gonzalez definitely had a good match from start to finish. Indeed, though. Callie Ray is a great addition to the roster. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I mean, if you're not familiar with her work, I mean, it's great that they bring it to the this version of NXT, because now you want to watch UK. I know a lot of people who do. There's people who do watch it, and I'm pretty sure they're the first to tell you like, "Oh, she's great." What do you mean you don't know? Like, no, I don't know. No, I'm sorry. Don't spit on me, please. Yeah. And look, there's a nice comment for you. Look, you are glowing.
Trust him.
I don't trust him either. But I wanted to put that out because that's what we do. That's our job. We put out all the comments. We read the comments. You guys are part of the show. And with all that said, we're at the 20-minute mark where there's not too many matches on the show. It's like another 3 matches. So we're going to do a commercial break. Me and the captain are going to be right back. Enjoy this commercial. And we're going to come back to talk more NXT TakeOver.
Who do you like between him and AJ? And I always go with AJ. But I also say like, if you said Seth over AJ, I'm like, yeah, not wrong. Like, there's certain names that I hear over people, and I'm like, I know this is subjective, but you're wrong. You're like totally wrong. Like, I understand like this is how you feel, but it's awful. It's terrible. It's like someone who picks. You know what bothers me sometimes, man? I know this has nothing to do with wrestling, but I feel like this can be wrestling related. But it bothers me that peanut butter gets a top billing over jelly. And it's like, let's be real, man. Jelly is the worker. The peanut butter is just like outside the ring, waiting for the hot tag. And then it's like, oh, cool. Look, he's so cool. No, he's not. I'm sorry. I'm just so bothered by that.
I have never seen somebody reference wrestling by using a peanut butter and jelly analogy. But
that's right.
Wow.
Absolutely. That's right. We're back. I'm BadGuy Jack. She's the captain. We're here to talk NXT. I want to indulge in this match right here. I thought this would be the match of the night, honestly. Walter against Dragunov. Walter. And I feel like I always pronounce his name wrong. I was at one point close to calling him Dragon. You know, I was ready to just, I'm your favorite co-host to work with. So Walter, 870 days as champion. I think Walter is great. I felt like part of me just kind of wanted to be wrong. I was like, I mean, I'm gonna break down this match a little bit. I mean, but it's one of these it's matches like this that make me be like a real big fan of professional wrestling, because wrestling has a little bit of everything. It's entertainment. if you're not into the entertainment stuff, there's these matches where it's so competitive, hard hitting, and there's a story being told here. And I feel like there was a story being told here. Once again, I don't watch NXT UK religiously. I saw the match between him and Dragunov. I didn't even realize it was 2020. I thought it was this year because everything seemed to be lumped in together. But the match that they had, it was so hard hit. I mean, like there was no one. I mean, these guys were fighting to the death. These guys were really beating the crap out of each other hard. And you see that match, you're like, man, this match. And I think, not to say I thought that at the time, but as I'm like, you watch it, you're like, man, this could be a takeover. So them being a takeover, I already knew there was no match that was going to top that. There was no match that was going to top this. And to get clear in there, watching this match, I said, these guys really beat the holy hell out of each other. The chops, the whelps on the body, the slap in the face, like like this match. I was really excited about this match. There was a lot of close near falls. It made me like hop up out of my bed. I was sitting there laying down because I was tired. I didn't want to sit anymore, so I lay down and took notes because I'm lazy. So that's what I do. I lay down and take notes, but I'm watching everything and I'm having a nice shot of goose as I'm watching, not an actual goose, but goose. It's a beverage. So boom, I'm watching this match. I'm having a good time. I'm seeing these people chop each other. These guys are really hitting each other. Part of me I'm even worried because I'm sitting there saying, do these guys know that this is a work? Do they understand that you don't have to do that? Like, but these guys performed so well together. I'll say this, just to get to my point. I was surprised that I picked Dragunov to win, but I was surprised that he won by submission. That I didn't see coming. That I said, oh, he's going to beat him by pinfall. I thought Walter's time was up. And I think Walter, regardless of like, and I get it, he didn't really defend his championship a lot in 2020. There was not much he can do about that. But I felt like there was a special presentation about Walter. Like when you saw Walter, he was that final boss. He was that guy. Like when you got there, like I played my favorite video game of all time is Sonic the Hedgehog. My favorite game is Sonic 2. And when you got to the end and you saw Dr. Eggman and that big fucking robot, and I don't mean to curse, you said, oh, I'm at the final boss. This is a big damn deal. And I would get excited. I would lose. But I got excited because I said, I'm here. So when you got to Walter, you knew I'm here. I'm facing the final boss. So seeing him finally be dethroned, I don't know what goes on after that. I mean, does he go to NXT? Does he go? I don't think he have any desire to go to the main roster. I feel like I've read stories and stuff from him even saying like I have no desire to move to Florida and stuff like that. I think he's happy where he's at. But I just want to say like I want to give him some flowers because I think he was a great champ. I just love the presentation. So I thought this match was good. I thought these guys killed each other. And Captain, I apologize for having this long talk, but what did you think about this match? What did you think about this?
I can't really live up to what you just said when you described the thing. So I'm just gonna double down on what you said because I can't compete with that. And I'm excited to see how things are for Dragunov and his chest looked shredded. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he really did. I mean, but these guys when they get in the ring, it's almost like I kind of want to imagine what it's like when they have a conversation backstage, because they talk about, hey, let's do this, let's do that, right? But do you think they just say, hey, let's just beat the hell out of each other? Like they to look at each other like
just like a thing you say, hey, I want to be really, really stiff with you tonight, or like, what do you say?
And that's the part where I say, well, first you gotta take me out for the steak. You're not gonna just say and talk to me like that. I'm so sorry. I'm such a child. But I did think this was such a great match, and I feel bad for any match that had to go after because I felt like there was nothing that could compete with this. There was really nothing that can compete with this. I really like this match. I'm gonna watch it back when I get a chance. Because the ending was surprising as how Dragunov was so relentless. every time he got a move, it was like he got up immediately. Like he would sell a move, but he would get up so quickly, and he'll hit like he'll hit a headlock or he'll run and just punch somebody. I mean, it was like if you're playing like Grand Theft Auto, but like with a Game Shark, and you just keep getting up. Like you just don't, like when the off bar completes, but you just get back up. You're like, wait, what? Like what's going on? I thought this was I thought you would appreciate that reference, but I really like this match.
Really good.
Really like this match. I mean, anybody watching this right now, listening to us, if there was any match, I say, what match should I watch? If it's even this weekend or just NXT, I would say go and watch that match, because to me, not to say that's professional wrestling, but that's something that makes me a fan of professional wrestling, because there's such variety in wrestling. I think sometimes as fans we get upset about little things. Like I was upset yesterday. I'm sorry. I was upset about how Bianca was treated. I was that guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you know, there's things in the wrestling that make me go like, this is why I love wrestling. So check that out. I won't go any further about that. Check that match out. We have Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole. They faced each other for the third time. Title of this feud is the Undisputed Finale. Like I love that. I thought that was cute. Why don't you lead? Why don't you? I'm sorry. Say that again.
So dramatic.
It is. I mean, it's a play on their team name, and now it's the big finale. Hey Cap, why don't you talk about this match? Why don't you talk and I'll give some feedback in.
Well, I mean, this match kind of went interesting. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of things that maybe I would have done differently, or would have, obviously I can't do it because I'm not a wrestler, but have had done differently. I mean, that first bout was like really quick. Was it not? Or am I like imagining that? Or was it?
No, yeah. Honestly, you're not even wrong, because like I remember I turned my head for a minute, and then like he went for the like the Canadian Destroyer or the Panama Sunrise, and then he just counted and rolled him up. I was like, wait, what? Like that fast? I mean, I honestly expected this to be a lot longer. But carry on, please.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. I feel like the second bout definitely was the longest and was like the best part for me of the match altogether. It was insane, some of the moves they were hitting. It was just, that second bout was the third bout was like kind of like crapped all over the second bout, because I feel like it ended way too quick. Again, I feel like
yeah. No, I mean cut you off, but I'm agreeing with you. I do agree. The third one, the second one did drag, not even drag, it did go for a long period.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second one, because I remember like right after he won, then the cage is coming. I think they were trying to set it up, and then they had a lot of the medical team out there to check on, not really on Adam, but more on Kyle O'Reilly, and he gets thrown out the ring. It was, I think they were trying to they were trying to cram everything, because I really expected this match to go a lot longer. I remember as each match was going, I said they're going to probably give these guys a lot of time, and I don't think they gave them a lot of time. I don't feel that way. Because even
Walter and Dragunov.
I know, and even then, I mean, they gave him time. I thought they would have a lot of time here, though. I thought, because I expect the Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross match to be that long. Honestly, I didn't really expect anything of it.
Yeah.
I think that was probably my least favorite match. I think I was like, whatever happens, and whatever. But I really expected a lot out of these two, because I said, well, this is the finale. I know they want to have that match that's like a definitive match. So for me, I felt like they wanted to really go. I know they had this match in ROH. Never got a chance to really watch it, but it looked so good. And I said, man, I look like that's what they were trying to go for. That blood feud that these two have. Yeah, that first fall was so quick. The second one was going for a while. Like I think I was moving around a little bit. But the third one, all I know is Kyle O'Reilly was handcuffed. Next thing you know, Adam Cole was super kicking him, because I mean, he's a fan of a certain party. It's a super kick party. And Kyle catches the kick because he's not a fan of this party. So he just made him tap. And I just said, oh, okay. Like, and it felt kind of forced. at the end, if it makes sense. It felt like, oh, we need to get this match out so we can make time for the main event. I don't know. I wasn't feeling. I really wasn't feeling it. I'm just glad the feud is over. Adam Cole. I know there's a lot of conversation with Adam Cole. They talk about his contract is going up. A lot of people think he's going to leave. A lot of people are wondering if he does stay and he goes to the main roster. What did they do on the main roster? Do you want to talk about Adam Cole a little bit? I mean, do you think? I'm hearing that his contract is up, but pretty much after this weekend. But do you think he resigns? Or what do you think, or what do you want going for Adam Cole?
I hope that he resigns. If that's not what's best for him, then I don't hope that he does. But I hope that's what's best for him is to resign. So I just want whatever is best for him. That's it.
You're such a sweet person. I get what you're saying, because it's like whatever is good for you, that's what you want to do. Because these wrestlers, this is their dream, and this is their dream, but you want to be happy, and that's all that matters to you. So, where's my water? I'm losing my voice here. Oh, okay. Hold on, give me a minute. Apologize, losing my voice. I don't know what happened. I think because I was yelling so much yesterday. But yeah, I agree with that. Whatever makes you happy, Adam, do it. Still be a fan of you. So let's get into some of these chats. But before we get into these chats, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Unpopular Review. Bad Guy Jack Captain Shaykespeare. We're here talking NXT. That's the lady with the prettiest smile. I'm the guy with the prettiest beard. We're here talking this great stuff. And if you enjoy everything that you're watching, come on, guys, like, love, and share. You know how to do all that stuff. We say it all the time. Sometimes I forget to say it because I just know you guys are so smart. You guys are going to know to do it. So please do that. Like, love, and share. Yeah, that's the Unpopular Review thing. That's the thing. We do like that. That's the logo. That's what we do. There we go. So let's get to some of these chats. Real quick. George says, "Oh my God, that match between Walter and Dragunov was awesome. It stole the show." I absolutely agree. Yeah. Elvis Martinez says, "Captain Shay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you?" Oh my God, I should have read that first. I can see Walter could challenge for the NXT Championship. Him against Samoa Joe would be fun. What was you gonna say, Dawn?
I was just saying the same thing. Like, yeah, that'd be good.
That would be a fun match. I still feel like maybe Walter could just go to the main roster one time just to pick on Finn. Like, I didn't forget you. I mean, don't you want to see that match?
No, I don't. I've changed. My values have changed.
Thank you. Thank my mother for that. Oh my God, Sonic 2 was my favorite game, and that final boss from the Death Egg Zone was gruesome. But at the end, I beat the death. I know. Let me tell you something. He was a pain in the ass because you had to go through this metal Sonic, and then after that, you chased Eggman, who ran faster than the fastest thing alive, which is ridiculous. And then he's in this machine. You have no rings. I'm sorry, I can talk Sonic. Maybe I'll have a Sonic podcast one day. Who knows it? But yeah, Sonic 2 is a great game. Matter of fact, I might play that tonight. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to be stressed. We got Walter against Dragon, definitely match of the night. 870 days leading to the conclusion of this poetic but violent matchup. I will go as far as say match of the year. It could potentially. I mean, these guys have been killing it. Absolutely. I think that Adam Cole is going to the main roster. I do too. I mean, I know a lot of people think. I think the thing is when someone's contract is coming up, everyone just automatically thinks, and no disrespect to any other wrestling company, they just go with, oh, they're going to go to AEW because that's like the second wrestling company. I mean, no disrespect to Impact, ROH, but a lot of these guys, I couldn't see Adam Cole going back to, and not to say he couldn't. I mean, he got name value. You go back to ROH, he can help him out big time. But I don't see him going to any of those things. But if you're saying, do I think he's going to resign? I do. I think so. But like Captain said elegantly, whatever's best for him. The second bout from Cole and Kyle was truly hard hitting and nasty for some spots. I agree with Captain for Cole's future. Wherever he goes, whatever he decides to do, I hope he's happy with his decision. Hey, I said that too. Why wasn't I mentioned? Oh, okay. I get it. I understand. I get it. You have your little pirates from your ship, Captain. That's what that is. Use a cheat code to get supersonic and beat that. I cheated all the time. You kidding me? Hell yeah. Matter of fact, funny story. Since it's my birthday, I'm gonna tell you a story. I cheated on my 4th grade test and I got caught. Now I'm not gonna go any further than that. So anyway, we got this main event here. We have Samoa Joe against Karrion Kross. I'm not gonna lie to you, Captain. I didn't pay attention too much to this match. I mean, I thought this match was pretty much a give me. You know, Samoa Joe gets the win. I credit Samoa Joe. I mean, what they say, he hasn't wrestled since last year, like maybe February or January of 2020.
Yeah.
And I thought he looked pretty decent. I mean, you know, he looks how he looks, but he can still go.
Yeah.
Still really go. Matter of fact, there's a funny spot. I'm sorry because I'm very petty, but there was a spot where it looked like he had a rock bottom. I said, "Oh, you should have just pinned him. You should just pinned him. You'd have won the championship, and maybe you should have did it 5 seconds earlier. You would have won."
I'm fine.
I'm sorry. I'm very, as you can tell, I'm very me. But this match was all right. I mean, it's Karrion's going to the main roster. You know, like there's nothing more I can say about it except Karrion's going to the main roster. Joe had to get the win, and we can probably talk a little bit about his future. But do you want to add anything into this?
Yeah, this match just something was missing. I feel like their chemistry was off or something. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means, but it just felt like chemistry was off. The fans, they were hammering Kross. Like, geez, they were hammering. I felt bad. I felt so bad that he was like getting hammered for decisions that weren't even his decisions.
Right.
It was so bad for him. Like, they were really hammering him. But it was a good match. It was, yeah, it was good. It was a good match. It's just, I felt like chemistry was off.
Did you, because as Karrion came out, I remember I think we were talking one time and we were like, oh yeah, you know, Scarlett would be back for Takeover, but she wasn't even there. I don't know. I just feel like he's missing stuff. I mean, it's not his fault. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying, like, as he was coming out, I was like, man, there was
that whole point before when the woman singing was so awkward. He was just standing there, like it was so awkward. Like you never realized how ingrained into the entrance Scarlett was. And it was such a big part of what made him so popular. And then when you take that, it's like you almost have nothing.
I think the biggest thing one of the things you don't do with wrestlers is if this is what brought him to the dance or brought them to the dance, you don't strip them of that. You keep that and you enhance it. And like I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to speculate anything because I just don't know. But it just he felt different. Because like on the main roster, when you saw him without Scarlett, it felt different. But when you saw him still come when he was in NXT still, when he came to the ring with Scarlett, you just felt like, even if you wasn't a big fan, you just felt the presentation. He was like, I get it. You know, like I think that's the best way I can word it is I got it and I get it. They're saying George is here. I want to reach George. He said the NXT championship was unexpected, and we all knew that Karrion was going to lose the NXT championship, but the crowd was clearly chanting. I didn't even grab that, but they were chanting Jeff Hardy. Yeah, so check that out. Scarlett Bonet is not clear to compete. That's what I heard. But she was never really even competing. She was just a manager. She's not clear to be a manager. I mean, I'm just asking that because, I mean, I'd never seen, not to say never. I know she did some wrestling prior, but I'm just saying she's a manager. So I just don't get it. Oh, see, thank you, Stefan. He says, yes, I agree with you too, Jack. The rock bottom could have been the match finish. I do hope those who decided that take away Scarlett away realize that it was yes, it's a huge mistake. It's a big time mistake, and I mean, I think they'll realize it because I mean, eventually you realize, like, I don't know if people remember, but in 2002 they separated Brock and Paul Heyman. Eventually they put them back together because they realized how dumb it is, and then when they put them back together. When he came back in 2012, they were like, yeah, we should. Even though Brock would tease like he was going to try to separate him when he was really abusive to Paul Heyman. So like, you know, like certain things I think they realized when they. I like to try to be positive and just say maybe they realized like, oh man, maybe we made a mistake here. Maybe we should put these two together and stuff like that. But that's pretty much. Oh look, he says Karrion Kross we'll get his name short, and yeah, they'll just call him Kross, and they'll say, and Kross will be on the mic, yeah, and Kross will be on the mic and says, "Don't cross me."
No, just change it to Cross.
Yeah, Kross. His things are gonna be called Crossed. It's gonna be apostrophe and then ed, like it just crossed. It just
or Care is coming to the ring.
yeah. Oh look, it's Kross. And then maybe they'll take off the rest of his letters. They'll just call him K. Like, oh look, it's K. It just maybe they go like well, they can't call him Special K because that's a cereal. But that was pretty much NXT. Why don't we do some fun? Why don't we have a little fun here? What do you think with Samoa Joe as champion? What do you think is next for Samoa Joe?
Pete Dunne.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. That's a good man. That's gonna be fun, right? Because they did tease that. That's gonna be fun.
I wouldn't be mad if Pete Dunne won as well. I think it's long overdue.
Pete Dunne beating Samoa Joe. I feel like the story's still going to be. I mean, you could do that, but I feel like the story's still going to be Kyle O'Reilly is going to get that run with the NXT Championship. I do think that. I do think his loss. I mean, I was not to say I'm surprised that Finn was called to the main roster, but I thought like before Finn went back, Kyle would get his win back and then start building some momentum for that NXT Championship.
I honestly never saw that happening. Like, not even just because I'm a fan of Finn. I just didn't think. I just didn't think it would have made sense.
I think that stems from you being a fan, madam.
I know.
But that was NXT. I mean, there was 5 matches. I mean, we can't go any further because those are the matches. I mean, we're gonna do some. We're gonna how do you say this? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about some of these shows that's going on. I'm not even gonna put the graphics up. Just hear my voice, hear me talk, watch the captain smile as we sit here and go through this. On Monday around 6 o'clock, we have Mike Knox around the block. 6 o'clock is around it's for the intelligent wrestling fans. So that means you can't be there, Elvis. I threw that shot in because I knew that. No, Elvis, be there, but don't say nothing stupid, please. Yes, on Monday, 6 o'clock, Mike Knox around the block. Also on Mondays, Monday Night Raw, around 11, right after Monday Night go off the air. Because I could say 11, but it could sometime be 12. Who even knows at this point? So be there for. Oh, look, this is a nice guy. I know this guy. This is Diesel. Look at that. That's Diesel. He says hi, Shay. Yes, say hi to her. Yes. Says hi, bad guy. He's a good guy. Mondays, right after Monday Night go off the air. I'm not even too sure who hosts Monday nights anymore, but I can tell you who hosts Tuesday nights. This duo, the bad guy and the captain, we will be here to talk NXT, and yeah, you're gonna have a good time. Tuesdays is the best night, so watch us. Wednesdays is Shay's favorite night of the week because you know what she gets to talk about. What do you get to talk about, Captain? Please let these people know.
Challenge.
You get to talk to challenge. She's going to be joining Mike Knox. That's around 9:30, correct?
Yes.
And on Wednesdays too, just before they go on the air, I'm on the air with the Mark. We're going to talk about the What If series on Marvel. I don't know what's going on, what's the next episode, but we should be on air. And also on Wednesdays is AEW. I'm not too sure if they're going to have a show, but there's a show on Wednesdays. I mean, you can catch those 2 shows at entertainment. I know we're going to have some entertainment stuff also on Tuesday. I'm not too sure, but keep following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff. You'll be on point on knowing what's going on. Thursdays should be an entertainment show. I'm not too sure. But on Fridays, I mean, yes, it's the end of the week, but what better way to end of the week by hanging with Unpopular Review? You get the SmackDown Review show. Once again, Stefan is on that show. I was trying to figure out who's on this show, but Stefan is on that show, and I think he's going to have a guest. And I think that's pretty much all the plugs. I mean, that's pretty much everything. Let's get into some of these chats real quick, because some of them I ignored, but we're going to get through every chat because you guys are a part of the show. We want to say thank you for being here. We got George. He says, Brock coming back at SummerSlam and Paul Heyman was shook. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I feel bad for the maintenance team who had to clean up all the shit that he had to clean after that came from Paul Heyman's legs. But that was surprising, though. My favorite part of NXT Takeover is watching Tribal Chief review it. I give this review a solid A plus because there's a few. I don't think that's actually actual grade, but we're going to take it. End of an era. I do feel like NXT is going to change. I think that's what made tonight feel away. Not to say it felt down, but it did feel like
something was like looming. It felt like looming.
Yes, good way of putting that. Big Diesel says, "All hell Shay." We got Biggie Tribal Chief for getting me into the challenge. You're the best. Bye Adam Cole. He's going to AEW. We don't know that for sure. We do not know that for sure. I mean, he might resign and all that good noise. He might resign. He's done everything in NXT. Him fighting Kyle O'Reilly again for the fourth time is not going to do anything. I should meet this other Stefan. Probably. You should give him a meet. Find out how he's doing. There's a lot of messenger going on here. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much. Matter of fact, before we go, we gave the plugs. We talked about NXT. Before we go off the air, I like to always do this before we go off the air. Give me 1 minute. Oh man, I think I am messing stuff up. That is freaking hilarious. I hate this computer. I actually don't. I'm confused. So, all right, boom. Before we go, we're getting ready to call tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Captain, before we go home, any final words before we call tonight?
Finn Balor was robbed.
I feel like you said that one. You know what? I have some final words. Baron Corbin was at Las Vegas and won $100, and I'm happy for him because he can get a new shirt because that ketchup stain was growing, and that's ridiculous. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the bad guy. She's the Captain Shaykespeare, and we say, mwah! Good night, everybody.